Streaming again today. Um, I'm silent the whole time. My bad. Oh goodness gracious! I want to do. Wait, I can download the VOD. It's not gonna be in high quality though. Dang! If I download that, it's not gonna be. Over being quiet. Over here being quiet. Um. Uh. Got a decent following. What's I about to do? Hearing another language saying "gur" is funny. Uh, I'll lurk. I'll lurk in this thing. It's not even my what's it called? It's not even my thing. Well, we can react to some stuff. Hold you so close, and I hope you say we. All right, YouTube. YouTube. React to any videos, to be honest. finally actually doing his thumbnails. Ask YouTube. Damn it. How do you spell static? Oh. Why is my thing like the forefront of it? Oh, that's freaking funny. And I hear you say we. I cannot react to this video. See. Oh, what's the wrong one? One with the thing. Yeah, there it is. Probably change my title. And do whatever. Yeah, same. YouTube, I need to change my title. That is just all I want more. Is fire. Oh. Oh, it's on here too. All right. Crap. I closed it out. I don't know why I did that, but whatever. You get why I did it. Uh, there he is. All right, Eden. Issues around. I have to. Uh, Make this freaking smaller. OBS isn't really. Oh, maybe because it's the size. That's my fault. Oh, because it's on a different monitor. I just realized that it's got to obviously be bigger because it's on a different monitor. All right, let me for game. We just switch it over here. All right.
Contributions from viewers like you.
Should I put the reacting thing on? Let's see, image. And just put this smaller. God, I'm messing up everything. It was bigger. Just fine with me. And then Booyakasha. Alright. We're good now.
Thank you.
Make sure the audio's good.
Male VTubers this, male VTuber that, yada yada yada. How I eat this one?
Ew. Dang. No, internet, don't be like that. Don't be like that. I don't know why y'all acting like this.
Thank you.
Alright, let's restart. Wow, what is going on? Put it in theater mode.
Male VTubers this, male VTuber that, yada yada yada. How I eat this one?
Oh my gosh.
Come on, let's continue.
It's crazy that years ago the first commentary video I made that took off was about the quote-unquote issue with male VTubers. So I'm gonna title this one the same thing since it worked last time, and male VTubing is being talked about again. But why? Well, it's mainly sparked by HoloLive basically cutting support to the HoloStars. For those that have no clue what I'm saying, HoloLive has the girls, which is HoloLive, and the boy group is HoloStars, and they basically told the boy.
I'm gonna be honest, I never understood the whole HoloLive and like different like industries when it comes to VTubing. I get that they want I don't know, it's like labels in the music industry. I never understood it. I guess you're not bigger than the system sometimes.
Group, fuck off.
Bitch ass.
They're basically on their own with like management, but no funding from
Jeez, no management at all? Jeez.
merch, no studio time, no major promos, nada, nothing. And now you have niggas saying male VTubers are useless, can't grow, and that VTubing is only for the girls.
So, yeah, I mean, VTubing is all about girls. It is. It's a girl thing. Now, there are guys that are VTubers, and, you know, more power to them. Good for them. But the reality is that VTubing is a female activity. VTubing is...
That's like saying streaming is only like a female activity. It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, oh, girl, you know, the most popular streamers are girls, so it's a no. That's just not it. Some people just need to promote themselves better.
like it's like a clever use of game mechanics, like an exploit basically, where women can stream without having to be hot.
No clue why you would agree with a guy that has to chase water with pop. But let me give my 2 cents. As a male VTuber, that is actively growing. At least I would say so. I hope so. Shit.
I hate you, Static Tokyo.
Now, there's a lot of debate on whether male VTubers can grow. I feel like anyone could see that the answer is...
I feel like male VTuber. I think when I get into VTubering, I'm like, realistically, all you do is just put yourself out there. Like, do clips, do your own stuff, make videos. I feel like people just expect over time success because they're a VTuber. No, you have to put in the work to become a VTuber.
Yes, I mean, use your eyes. However, how are you able to do that in the modern day? Now, in this specific context with the HoloStars, people often name fan service as a way to easily gain traction or attention. Women do love fan service. Look at Love in Deep Space. So, I don't know, show some abs or something. People like that shit.
I never get that either. Like, oh, how to be really fan. Like, my motto ain't, honestly, my motto is just me. So, hey, man, if you find me attractive.
So, yeah, it is a valid way to grow. Only if you're into that, because there are other ways to go about it. And this is the route I personally took and the advice I tend to give out. Don't think of this as a gender thing. That shouldn't be in your mind when creating content. Back when I was dipping my toes into trying content creation in general, I never once thought, oh, this doesn't work for me because I'm a guy. First and foremost, you're a content creator.
Yeah, you have to create content. I think just because you have a pretty model doesn't mean you're going to make it. It's just not it.
The job is to make something that is entertaining. And I see a lot of men blame their gender as a reason as to why they are failing.
But then when you go to like check their shit to like give at least some advice, you see that they basically have
being a male VTuber is hard. I take a look at their socials, no short form content. They don't network or collab. If there is short form, they don't edit it or do a bit of a messy community engagement. Using the general example applies to VTuber other VTubers. Of course.
Nothing.
That's what,
They didn't really do much.
yeah, it's just like you can't expect overnight success. Do your own. No, I have to do my own clips. Do your own freaking clips, and and I obviously I don't really network, but
It's a common pattern. I've seen it and it's even been pointed out. But have you ever heard a successful male VTuber say that they are successful because they are a man? No, because they know they provide entertainment. I don't think I've grown this much because you guys just like my black ass and I don't do fan service. Y'all like my commentary and editing style for some fucking reason. To those out there trying to be a male VTuber, if something ain't working, switch it up.
yeah, I think that as a content creator, you have to do that. Bro, like literally there's so many times where like a video will get 13, 12 views in my main channel, and realistically I don't really care as much now, because realistically I'm just doing something I like. Obviously, as content creators you need to throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks. It's just that easy.
Back when I tried to do gaming stuff on the channel, that shit didn't work. And I quickly switched it up to another thing. I enjoyed it, and it started working. Often see many VTubers, male and female, go down the route of just playing a game and calling it a day. But the thing is, if you aren't really good at the game you're playing, then it's just boring. It's like watching your little cousin play Minecraft. Like, why the fuck am I here? But if you're funny, and sometimes you don't even have to be funny, just keep on talking. Learn how to speak constantly. I say as a nigga that can't do that. But streaming isn't my main thing for a reason. My main thing is videos. And that ties into my next point. Diversify. Streaming on Twitch and
Yeah, you have to stream on other platforms. I will never do on TikTok because TikTok is just. But honestly, I would rather stream on YouTube and Twitch.
just Twitch alone is so shit. Even more shit if you're a guy VTuber, I guess. But we'll touch on what I mean by that in a minute. Twitch has no discoverability.
In the middle of nowhere, nigga. Look at this shit.
And to be completely transparent, I wouldn't have as much as I do on Twitch if my homies didn't raid me a lot, and if some of you guys never went over there to catch me when I'm live. Point blank period. My Twitch growth completely corresponds to my growth on other platforms and my friends that also happen to be content creators. That's just what it is. Shouts out to the homies and you guys. So my next point is also try to actually be friends with people, communicate, connect. I know what I said might make some people go, oh, I should just make friends with other content creators and expect them to give me followers. No, nigga. The people I've shown are actually my homies, regardless if they were a VTuber or not. And some of them I met before they were even
Definitely, I think. I can't say this. I don't really collab with anybody.
at the size they are now. What I'm saying is being active and just genuinely trying to chill with others is good because, believe it or not, contrary to popular belief, some VTubers are nice as fuck and do want to show support in any way they can. And if you're a good person, which I know you are, come on now, you'll also support those around you too. However, there is one point, or I guess technically a few points, I honestly can't argue against because there is truth to it. The stigma around male VTubers. Now let's be real, there isn't a lot of male VTubers. VTubing is just a female.
Honestly, there is a lot. I think I've seen more male VTubers now than I used to. There's definitely more male VTubers.
Dominated space, and that's cool. Nothing wrong with that. Male VTubers have a stigma of being weird. And obviously there is a bunch
I'm sorry, I ain't weird.
of proof to back this up. I mean, my channel alone has a few. But also, women can be weird as fuck as well. And my channel could also prove there's definitely mean girl behavior roaming around. However, since male VTubers are the minority, when just a few male VTubers fuck up, all of us can low-key feel a shockwave. Other women VTubers might be a bit more skeptical of you. I personally think rightfully so, but it still doesn't feel too good. I saw a tweet from Nikai.
Bro, there's so many freaking VTubers out there that just the drama in VTuber spheres are just so avoidable.
Ishi, hopefully I'm saying your name right, basically saying that the space to test men under the surface. There's no audience for you, no easy path to success like others have. You'll be excluded, rejected, looked down on, ignored, slandered, unappreciated, and underestimated. And that people won't take you seriously because male VTubers usually aren't successful. Hindsight editor Tokyo here, I do think this post is a bit more pessimistic than I initially thought. I don't think anyone that tells you it isn't that much harder is lying to you. I also don't think most successful VTubers really saw their gender as a defining factor as to what made them successful. Unless it's like fan servicey things, then
Yeah, I think if you're more into fan service, like you obviously be able to gain more because everyone has fantasies. Sometimes I think that's that's a great thing and a bad thing because realistically, VTubers are sometimes VTuber fans could be a little bit parasocial. So I personally don't want to dip my hand in the freaking oil in that.
maybe. I don't know. I also don't think the space detests men. I think in terms of women VTubers and their fans, they're both well within their right to be cautious of male VTubers due to the amount of shit we end up hearing about male VTubers. Not to say that women can't do fucked up shit too. They definitely can. We've definitely seen it. But I don't think detest is the correct word to describe the whole.
I think it's just you just need content wise, bro. It's content. You have to give people content. You have to post clips. You have to post stuff. That's what I'm trying to do, It's just all about your consistency sometimes.
Scene. I think cautious is a better term. And if you're here vibing and just doing your normal thing, eventually niggas won't have a reason to be cautious of you specifically. So I wouldn't even worry about it too much for real. Okay, now you can hear what Pasthetic at the time of recording this had to say. And I'm gonna go to sleep because it's 9:47 a.m. and I haven't went to sleep yet. Now, as pessimistic as this sounds, like holy shit, heavy as fuck. And while I do heavily disagree with there is no audience for you, I truly believe there is, it just takes a while to find it. Everything else is something I've kind of personally experienced while VTubing, and not something I can outwardly disprove either. Sure, you can make an argument that all these things happen to women VTubers as well, and that it might not even be a gender thing at all. However, when I was talking to someone, who I will keep anonymous because I don't want niggas attacking people, when I told her the idea of this video, she said, and I quote, "I don't like many male VTubers. I'm careful around them because I think all of them are sex pests."
Oh gosh, honestly, sex. I mean, yeah, I get that. Honestly, I guess if you have a past experience with like male VTubers or it's like a continuing thing that happens, yeah, I understand.
Damn, nigga.
I was kind of taken aback, not because I was offended, I know she wasn't talking about me specifically, but it made me look back on the way I was treated by certain individuals and think maybe they treated me that way because they had the same notion. But what I'm saying here is that that's the stigma of male VTubers. That's what we're kind of up against. Or maybe not, I don't know.
Is there really any like? I guess Sakuna wasn't a. I say Sakuna. Did I say Sakuna? That's a freaking JJK villain. What's his name? I forgot his name. I'll probably come up later.
For thought, this video is nothing more than a discussion and hopefully some advice sprinkled in. Tell me what you think in the comments. I really want to know if you're a male VTuber. Have you experienced any of this ever? Now, I can even tell you if you're a male VTuber. Have you experienced any of this?
Wait, it says MaleTube is beyond a doubt. MaleTube playing a hard life. I love it when I do. I love art form of VTubing, but space is overrun under the surface. No audience for you, easy path to success like others. I think you just need to collab with people, honestly. Or play with your friends online. That's what I do. Just play with your friends. It's just that's it. Realistically, I think it's a more female dominant space, but realistically, why don't you guys put in the work to make that not a thing? Well, not like overpower them, just make it to where it's balanced.
Ever? Now, I can even tell you about some of the things I experienced analytically speaking. If you take note, some of my videos with the most views don't have me in the thumbnail by myself. Why? Because I know that putting me in the thumbnail and just me doesn't usually do good for clicks. Now, the people that already know who I am, they'll probably click it. But to get new people in that have never seen my face before, they don't give a fuck. They won't click. And I can honestly admit that. That's why before when I
honestly, I do the exact same. Well, I do put myself in a photo, which this is actually a really good because I always put my character in the thing.
Would have myself in a thumbnail. It would usually be me with like two other more well-known VTubers, and usually the two other VTubers would be women. Not to say that I put them in because I was like, oh, women get clicks. It's more so that they're either VTubers I watch, friends, or is involved in the video in some way, or a mix of all the three. Of course, there are videos where I kind of have to put myself because it feels weird to just shoehorn a random VTuber in a thumbnail with a video that has nothing to do with
Yo, what was that freaking video?
that VTuber. Like, I'm not gonna put Zentreya in a thumbnail of me reacting to a video. Speaking of reacting, do y'all want me to react to something again and put it on this channel? I could if y'all want. I just don't know if y'all would fuck with it. I don't know. Oh, and also, don't take this whole section as me basically saying that women hate men. Even though some literally do. Or that women have it so much easier. In reality, they kind of don't. If they do, it's not by a large margin.
Yeah, it's not even by a large margin. Especially in the VTuber space. Yeah. Oh, crap. Yeah, no. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
Margin, at least in my opinion. The space for women in VTubing is far more saturated. There's a lot of them. And also, being a content creator in general and being successful is already hard as shit despite gender roles. I don't want this conversation to be skewed into like a men versus women thing. That gets us nowhere. We should try our best to just understand one another and just talk.
Oh my gosh, it's like saying that, but people will be have different things. They're like, oh, blah, 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 you know. It's like if you say that, then you're like, oh, you're just avoiding the problem type beat.
However, despite the stigma I talked about, you can still prevail, as cheesy as that sounds. I mean, I grew, shit, why can't you? Am I Iron Mouse level? Fuck no, but I'll keep trying. And if you want better examples, you got Kenji, who uses this fucked up model and still pulls.
Maybe if you had a Pokemon, I would fuck your Pokemon because you pissed me off.
Why?
What?
Because he is funny, he's entertaining. You have Heavenly Father.
I'll be freaking confused if someone said that to me.
So after eating some watermelon, you decided to go dribble a ball?
I didn't eat the watermelon. It's right here.
You want some more?
Funny, entertaining to watch. You have Shoto, entertaining, funny. I think he does fan service things too, if I'm not mistaken.
Bro, if I was an artist, man, I'll make myself rip.
Porcelain Maid. The list can go on and on with the amount of successful male VTubers. And you also notice that a lot of them are simply fun to watch and don't
Bro, I would make myself so darn rip.
misconstrue fun to watch as the same thing as being funny. There are a few male VTubers that are entertaining, but I don't exactly find them funny. So here's a TLDR advice for a male VTuber that wants to grow. Diversify. Don't just stream and that's it. You need a YouTube, an IG, and a TikTok if that even exists at this point. A lot of people will tell you the method is short form content. I have no experience with going into heavy short form content since my main thing is full length videos, but the few shorts I have done did okay for what they are. But me personally, I will try dabbling in both long form and short form content, whether it's an edited VOD or a dedicated YouTube video. I would also put a heavy emphasis on thumbnails. Obviously, my thumbnails kind of have a set template I've developed over the 2 years I've been doing this. People judge the book by its cover, sadly. A little trick I do is make 3 different thumbnails for each video and A/B
Exactly what I do. Sometimes, depending on the day or I'm home.
test them to see which one gets the most clicks. That's probably why you've seen some of my thumbnails randomly change. And also, when it comes to streaming, less is more.
What the does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
Everything I listed takes time to do. If you stream for 8 hours, not only did you use 8 hours of your day, you also give yourself more things to look through, which then delays the next time you have to stream. Instead of just streaming 2-ish hours, and now you have like 6 hours to VOD scrub, grab clips, edit them, assuming you don't have like a 9 to 5 or school. And if you do, use the free
Oh gosh, half of my VODs are gone because I freaking have my mic muted.
time to stream, and then the next time you have free time, use that free time to edit the last stream you did to make content elsewhere. Maybe even do a dedicated short video or a long form video. Allocate your time. Or you can do what I did and just not ever sleep. It's 5 a.m. while we're recording this. But yeah, well, sure, this shit is definitely tricky and can even be more discouraging after the whole stigma section. If you're in it for the love of the game, is that shit really gonna stop you?
For the love of the fucking game.
I even took the liberty to ask you guys in a community post on my channel on what makes you watch.
Hey, quick question. What when you watch VTubers, what makes you stick around and watch them more? What makes you not want to continue? Oh, what makes you not want to continue watching them? I guess like for Kenji, I think realistically he's just really freaking hilarious. I'm trying to think who else. Kenji is freaking hilarious. Kenshi is hilarious too. Not to glaze that dude. What makes me I think it's just like they're funny, you know. I guess that's it. I'm not the funniest person ever, but I would rather people stick or come to me to, be entertained, even if I'm not
a
funny.
VTuber and what makes you stop watching a VTuber. And again, be mindful of bias because I would assume that those that answer these questions are people that enjoy my content type. However, I think there is something of value to see here. Off rip, the common thing I've seen throughout these responses is personality, being yourself. Now, obviously, this is subjective. Some personalities.
And be honest, if every VTuber would, I think when people say be yourself, I feel like, yeah, if I be myself, then realistically people will just hate me more. Because realistically, not everyone everyone has to act more exaggerated on stream than they are in real life. For me, I act like this the same way I act in real life. So it's like being yourself is like a double-edged sword. Because if you're being yourself, what happens if being yourself is just being bland? And if people gravitate towards that, then perfect. But when people don't gravitate towards that, and they want people to be like hyper all the time and all that other stuff, then like that's a double-edged sword.
Won't mesh with yours, and that's fine. But a lot of people tend to look for authenticity. One commenter even noting that for them, they don't really rock with people playing a character or not being themselves. Also see a lot of people saying, their voice, how they sound. I'm honestly kind of shocked by this because
I have people tell me my voice sounds soothing, but in my head I'm like, oh, my voice sounds freaking nerdy as heck.
the voices is what you like. Why the fuck are you watching me? But I'll take the W. Shit, I'm not complaining. Now again, this one is a bit more subjective. I also saw a lot of people saying design, which I'm not the best person to talk about designing a VTuber design.
I'm just a cameraman.
However,
does it really? I always wonder that. Like I want to get my model made, another model made. I'm like, do I want to continue with how I look now? Because realistically, my character is he's just Tekken Black from Tekken Concrete. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe go with a different design this time. Maybe.
I'll link some videos in the description about how to design an eye-catching or interesting persona, if you will. People also mention having a good sense of humor is nice. Again, subjective to person.
Yeah,
Consistency
basically.
on uploads and streams, and in general community interaction.
What is it? There's a few things for me. Have content time I consume, badass model graphics. Any interesting thing keep my attention combining with my ADHD. It keeps me around, continuing to be myself. So we absolutely drama free. Well, you're gonna get drama no matter what. What keeps me away? Goddamn, yeah, YouTube algorithm. I will stay if this chat not overly parasocialness. Hi, welcome into things like welcome Jack, welcome back. Okay, that's understandable.
Which is definitely a department I lack in. Sorry, nothing against y'all. I pointed out my flaw because it shows that you don't need every single one of these check marks to be worth something. Nigga, it's not Tinder, chill out. You're not gonna get skipped because you ain't 6 foot, trust. But you might get skipped for being a dickhead though. A lot of the common things that made people not rock with specific VTubers anymore is due to huge ass controversies, opinions, or jokes that are more, racist.
And it is Spotify makes me YouTube. What makes me the controversies around yeah.
It's transphobic, homophobic, misogynistic, or just over.
Oh wait, what was that bottom one? I can't even see it. What does it say? In terms of what engagement, because they can't see it, but kind of like next talk to you. That's some rate VTubers.
Jokes that are more, racist, transphobic, homophobic, misogynistic, or just oversensitive topic, things of that nature. So just don't
stay away from drama.
Be an asshole. And as this video is uploaded, this community post probably will have more responses. I'd recommend going through and reading some of them because it could be good insight on what people are looking for. Is male VTubing harder? My answer, kinda, in my opinion.
I think just content creating itself is just hard because you are trying to fight your way to make people see you. If that makes sense. It's like everyone's in a it's a battle royal to make people see your stuff. For YouTube, for TikTok, for Instagram, we're all fighting to get noticed by people, so people could come over and we could make this a living. It's just.
Of course, other people would think differently, and that's fine. It's hard for me to sit here and say yes because I feel like I'm growing without much of an issue. However, there are definitely specific struggles that male VTubers may face that women don't. But then again, you could say vice versa, that women VTubers have struggles that men don't. Again, I'm not here to make it men versus women. Everybody can calm the fuck down. I appreciate all those that think I'm worthy of their money. It means a lot. And thank you to those that replied to my community posts. If you happen to be a male VTuber, feel free to share your opinion on the.
Go subscribe to Static Tokyo. All of his videos. It's always pops up on my feed. Sadly, I don't. Well, let me freaking my character a little over here. Sadly, oh crap. There we go. All right, what's another video? God dang it, I keep forgetting my thing is on here. All right, another one. I really don't comment on VTuber drama. But it's interesting to watch. When I hear you say we. Wait, what is this?
The Blossom VT drama. Blossom VT is an indie VTuber who had their first Twitch stream back on October 4th, 2021, though became an active VTuber around March of 2023. The controversy started on or around June 26th.
I'm honestly afraid to be born in one of these one day. Oh gosh, imagine just one day people just freaking
2026, when community member Darmachi, who is a 16-year-old minor with severe autism at the time of this
whoa, okay, we get into that there. That freaking
video's publication, posted a 48-page Google Docie that accused Blossom of being abusive towards him over a fan project collaboration. To go over the
a Google Doc
timeline of events, Darmachi, who referred to
a 48-page Google Doc, oh my gosh,
himself as Darren, reached out to Blossom for a fan project promotion, offering to pay her to promote his Pretty Cure fan project.
What is this? Wait, what does this say? Hold on. Go back. Go back. All right. Hello, Blossom. So I have a fan project that I would love for you to promote on your stream. If you do it, I will give you $250 for it. If you're interested in this, then reply to me and I'll tell you about the project. Hey, Blossom. So this is a prank called Yes. Where did it go? Hey, $250? Jeez.
For a fan project promotion, offering to pay her to promote his Pretty Cure fan project, to which the two would reach an agreement and move to Discord for communications, where things would start to get shaky. A common theme that was being depicted was that Blossom would allegedly twist Darren's words to make it seem like he was in the wrong for various things.
Okay, hi bosses, I know that you probably see this message on Monday or Tuesday. I talked with them and
Darren would apologize for his behavior, to which Blossom would end the partnership and announce it on her Twitter. Darren would ask Blossom about the post and her willingness to offer DMs to others, to which Blossom would double down. After
goodness gracious, bro, I'm glad this is playing in 5 minutes, bro.
Some time passed where, despite Darren's apology, Blossom expressed a desire to go public about the situation and threatened Darren through emphasizing her follower count on Twitter. Darren would
Whoa, we flexing following counts now? Hold on a second. This whole freaking thing is freaking buggy.
Public about the situation.
How to apologize. Here's the last tip for free. Even though I still understand, I literally have a post on it. And so I am not joking. Whenever you are if you want to apology anyone, follow the steps on Google. Yo, someone to Google how to say apology. Oh gosh.
And threatened Darren through emphasizing her.
It's you to your 1.4 followers, or to me to my 18. See, this just seems like black. Oh gosh, allegedly. Seems weird to freaking do this. Why is there feet on her thing? Okay. it's weird to me how you want to like be like, oh, I have more followers than you. That means I'm gonna push over you. Exactly.
Follower account on Twitter, Darren would make a second apology during a mourning period due to the loss of a family member, which Blossom
It's so weird, bro. That's like, oh, I have freaking 5,000. I have 1 million subscribers, so you can't say anything about me.
would essentially pick apart and write his apology for him. When he emphasized that he was still grieving over the loss of a family member, Blossom would still push for the apology to be posted and emphasized her threat of going public. The docu would end with an apology.
There's always Discord messages, too. Okay. There's always Discord messages.
To Darren in DMs, offering to make a public warning about his project instead of forcing him to publicize his apology. Blossom would then post a 53-page response docu on June 28th, claiming that several of Darren's accusations were misleading and/or false. While most of the docu contains screenshots and transcriptions for mobile users,
Goodness gracious, bro. All this, bro.
Blossom's response primarily emphasized the lack of professionalism from Darren throughout the short partnership, though would end up apologizing for pressuring and threatening him. General
I don't mind. I don't blame people for keeping to themselves.
sentiment towards Blossom was very negative after the two documents were released, with many feeling that Blossom threatening a minor is beyond absurd in this situation and
Flexing that you have 18 point something followers. It's crazy going against a 16-year-old.
Just in general. A few days later, on June 30th, after losing
My question is, where the parents at?
around 1,000 followers, Blossom would post a follow-up apology on Twitter, admitting to her actions and her response docu being subpar, and would end up going silent. She has not been active on Twitter or Twitch since of writing the script. A Syndicate update. In a recent
God, it keeps doing that. Don't worry, it'll freaking they'll get over in like freaking a week. That's how the internet works.
Video around the beginning of June of 2026, we've gone over a VTuber by the name of Syndicate and the massive document against them, which at the time was roughly around 500 pages containing allegations.
Oh my gosh, bro. These again have court documents, Google Docs, bro.
And evidence of a multitude of things, including but not limited to harassment towards women, violent threats, scamming artists, and grooming a minor. Over the past month since, the document size has more than doubled, with the document now being, as of writing the script, over 1,100 pages.
Oh my gosh, bro. I don't know how you could freaking recover after someone spent the time to write 1,000 documents on you.
Dethroning Cinder's 1,000-page document for biggest Google Docu. The bulk of this document comes from the events that happened in June of 2026, where, after a failed redemption arc attempt, Syndicate continued to attempt to reach out to female VTubers across a multitude of accounts.
What does this say? Having boobs are overwhelming sometimes. Like, please let me take them off for 5 minutes. Can I hold them? What? My XP bar is low key. How high is yours? Me increasing.
Only to face varying degrees of failures. Some of the more critical events that have occurred since the previous video include, but are definitely not limited to, the following. Syndicate posting old clips showing instances of putting himself in danger to allegedly deflect accountability and manipulate victims and bystanders. Syndicate attempting
That's why I don't have Twitter.
to remove one of the indie VTuber soccer and sponsors, only to be, to put it lightly, clowned on by a multitude of individuals in the VTuber community. Syndicate getting banned from the official R1999 community server, which is a gacha game that Syndicate frequently references and LARPs to. And perhaps the worst event so far, Syndicate asking for pictures of a victim's quote-unquote prime days in high school. I'll have a link.
Whoa. Hey, yo, what? Prime days in high school? Okay.
To that victim's video in
What is that supposed to mean, bro?
the description. As of the video's publication, the document continues to be updated on the daily with Syndicate's behaviors and actions. While it doesn't seem like he'll be stopping anytime soon, overall exposure towards Syndicate has been rapidly increasing, and we can only hope that things will improve soon. Though, judging by how things are going right now, it might take a while for any visible improvements to occur. The Momo graduation drama. Momo Tenshi was a member in the VTubing community who drew massive controversy on June 22nd, 2026. The controversy started over
The way he says is like a world tragedy. He's like, on this day.
for a graduation post on Twitter, where Momo announced that they were graduating due to health and financial issues, stating that, quote, "I don't see the point in VTubing anymore if nobody's gonna help me financially." This would draw massive ire from the VTubing community, with many expressing negative sentiment towards them due to the
No. But seriously, what'd you expect? Their tweets blow up into gain hundreds of donations. Account created a few weeks ago. Free debut, not a sideways fan base neither. My heart goes out to all VTubers with health complicated, but not to entitled people. While I understand bad health is certainly has, you should not come around here expecting people to give you money. Girl, so many of us are swimming in debt. Why would why would love we would love to get out of a few donos is nice. And then can't even see that because my camera's in the way. No one is going to 100% aid us in that or help us financially. Okay, yeah, you shouldn't expect your viewers to give you money. It's stupid. Been looking at this and it's kind of disgusting behavior. I understand having medical issues, but demanding money from people and getting upset that you want to quit is ridiculous. Also, there's screenshots of her begging money originally for a new model.
Message expressing, I'm only doing VTubing for the money, and I thought it would be quick money vibes. 2 days later, Momo would post a formal announcement.
Oh, so they're like one of those people who think like just getting into VTubing, you're automatically should have a fan base. That's not how that works.
Intended to give a brief history and context behind their account, stating that they initially started VTubing as part of an indie group back in March of 2025, before the group dissolved in February of 2026. They claimed that they initially did have hope as an indie VTuber. However, after watching videos that claimed VTubing was an easy money scheme, they tried to approach VTubing with that.
Oh my gosh, you really think VTubing is that easy, bro? If VTubing was that easy, bro, I would be a freaking millionaire right now. It's like, honestly, it's not easy. You cannot expect people to gravitate towards you if you have nothing for them. You know, it's just how it is. YouTube. It took me a while for freaking to get. I haven't hit 1,000 in like past 2 years, and that's just generally my fault, not any of my viewers' fault. You know, it's so weird that people want to put that on other people. Be like, oh, they're not giving me money. Well, I was like, bro, they're not obligated to give you money, none at all. You have to put into work. If people want to support you, they can support you. At the end of the day, that's their choice. It's weird.
Scheme as their driving factor, though eventually gave up, which reinforced the larger community's beliefs that Momo
So she thought her audiences as a piggy bank instead of having fun with them and enjoying the stream. She didn't even apologize for it. Yeah.
Was being entitled for thinking that they could receive massive support simply for being a quote-unquote cute VTuber. Momo would then go on to make several more tweets about this.
It's so weird. Did she have any like stuff out before she's like, oh yeah, I'm a VTuber. I'm a VTuber, guys. Look at me. You know, that's not how that works, bro. It's weird. It's like a get easy scheme. It's like, no, VTubing is just what I've learned is a freaking troublesome freaking thing to grow in.
Situation over the next few days to no real avail. Momo would even reach out.
Everyone can stop posting making my posts. Shut up. I'm talking to a wall. Stop. What am I supposed to do to defend myself anymore? Here's the thing, right? What I learned from Twitter: do not post. Do not post your intrusive thoughts on there.
To Syndicate, of all people.
Like, honestly, you should have just. Wasn't she just in another drama? Was she just in another drama?
Well, claiming that
if your idol died 4 years ago, I am just a ghost who only wants a revenge since my gravestone is. Hey, hi, I just wanted to say that you're one of my idols, and I think you're awesome. You're probably not going to see this, but fine. And why do you see me as your idol?
He was one of Momo's idols, which is definitely one of the more odd things out there. In the end, Momo would announce on June 27th that she would restart VTubing in the Japanese community rather than the English community, make a few more replies on the 28th, and then went.
Wait. So she wants to go into the Japanese community of VTubing instead of the English ones? Well, because why? What? Okay.
That's silent. It's not really clear as to whether Momo is actually restarting as a VTuber or not. As with all my videos, do not harass anyone in or outside of this video.
That's weird though. Like, you're like, oh, I'm gonna restart. Like, that sounds like entitlement to me. Let's see more of these. What is this? An hour-long of dramas to sleep to? Goodness gracious. Oh, 3 days ago. Let's see.
The context. Jellystara is an indie Christian VTuber who debuted as a VTuber back on January 10th, 2026. The controversy would begin on July 8th, 2026, when Star
I've never heard that in my life. An indie Christian VTuber.
Jellystara is an indie Christian VTuber who debuted as a VTuber back on January 10th, 2026. The controversy would begin on July 8th, 2026, when Star posted a 89-page Google Docie that called out Silent Bell.
Jeez, bro. No friends in the industry.
A larger indie Christian VTuber. This would be posted as a follow-up to a post.
There's a whole community of
made back on July 5th.
I didn't know they had a whole freaking community of indie Christian VTubers.
Where she vaguely mentioned the events that transpired and asked for prayers as she focused on her health for the time being. The accusations. The document, co-authored by Star and her boyfriend King, was divided into 19 relatively small sections.
Bro, I swear, these freaking Google Docs are freaking like the mainstay of every VTuber.
Though the accusations can be condensed into 4 major claims. Bell allegedly used Star transactionally rather than being genuine friends. Bell allegedly plagiarized various content and branding aspects of Star. Bell allegedly defamed and harassed Star to damage her reputation. And Bell allegedly, with the help of others, coordinated a mass exodus of Star's community members to Bell's community. To try and go over each claim briefly, Star would claim that what seemed to be initially a decent friendship between her and Bell over Christianity was really just Bell consistently reaching out for content creation advice rather than a genuine friendship, as the majority of conversations between the two primarily revolved around Bell's content creation.
What's it say? How are you today? Doing okay? Here I got some cookies for more energy. You know what's interesting about social media? What you can have a ton of followers, but the amount of people that actually see your stuff is fraction. Like I'm sad my Twitter blew up and I didn't convert much. We keep going. Also, man, as a small favor, Instagram algorithm kept me for this morning. I don't know if you're willing to just like or comment or maybe. I don't like asking social media boost help because I don't want my friends to feel used. Oh, jeez, why? That's kind of weird, bro. I would never do this.
Even when Star would discuss personal life matters and feelings with her. This wouldn't be
Yeah, I'm having like my family. I have a lot of family matters. I feel bad for you. Can you like my post on Instagram?
the primary cause of the two falling out. However, it was a significant contributor. What could
Always freaking Discord, bro.
be seen as the primary cause, however, were the plagiarism claims, where Star would showcase multiple instances starting back in February of posting some form of content or meme on her Instagram.
What is this? Jesus loves you. Pass it on. Lord, please bless their food and make it.
Only for Bell to post either a very similar or exact same styled
Lord, thank you for the meal. May bless love. Jesus loves you. Pass it on. Me following Jesus was illegal.
meme on her Instagram shortly after. Now, Star would point out how Bell at the time did state that she was using Star's memes for quote-unquote referencing purposes, which Star didn't have any initial issues with, though did find it odd that it did become a regular pattern for Bell to quote-unquote reference her content. This would
monkey see, monkey do.
Could also be seen through other mediums, such as Star's Discord server, where Star claimed that after Bell joined Star's server early March, Bell began directly copying the structure, format, and general function of the server to have her server be nearly identical. Around this time, Star would begin pivoting her content back to original scripture-based content, discussing various topics and how they were tied to the Bible, while also changing her editing style due to the plagiarism pattern that she had noticed. Did it end up changing anything?
Did you just end up copying that?
Anything? No. As Bell would begin to adopt the same style as Star in her content, even getting to a point where videos would be directly copied. This would become a major part of the content.
Man, I'd be like, yo, get out of here. Get out of here. I would be like, yo, why? I was like, honestly, you gotta tell people, like, why are you copying what I'm doing? I can't talk. I can't tell people no and all that other stuff.
Controversy, as on March 17th, Bell would DM Star about a user accusing Bell of copying other VTubers, which would give Star the chance to privately confront Bell about how questionably close Bell.
Also regarding this is something I want to bring up. What's up? On your posts, recent posts, I noticed that they are quite similar to mine. I'm going to be honest. I'm not the most comfortable. Comfortable with your videos being close to my original post, especially because I put a lot of thought and effort into these videos. I use my own experience as inspiration.
Videos are to Stars. Belle would apologize and claim that she doesn't watch Stars shorts, and emphasize that spreading Christ in the VTubing sphere was both of their priorities. To which Star was
oh goodness. Yeah, let's tell the word of God to the VTuber community.
quite iffy
Full of demons and all the other stuff.
about. When Star attempted to respond the next day, after thinking how to respond overnight, she found that Belle had removed her from all platforms, though left her added on Discord. After blocking Belle, Belle would immediately fake post about Star on her Discord server regarding praying for discernment and that people should be defined by their behaviors and
Oh my gosh, this is why you have to find people that you know will rock with you. This is exactly why. It's just exactly why. I don't blame when Kenji said he keeps his circle like real tight. I don't blame him because look at this. Look at this, bro. Like, bro, the copying stuff is like, honestly, I feel like everyone copies everybody else.
actions rather than
I've taken inspiration from definitely from VTubers, to be honest.
their proclamation of faith. Shortly after, one of Star's admins of the time reached out to Belle asking for her side of the story and her reasoning behind removing Star from everything except Discord, to which Belle stated that she did that out of a lack of response from Star and taking Star's initial confrontation as if Belle never put any thought into quality content creation, and felt that Star's reaction was quote-unquote nuclear. A few days later, both Belle and one of her moderators chose to comment on one of Star's videos, and while the comments weren't anything bad or rude or accusatory, Star did
Kind of feels stalkerish. It really does, because she blocked you from everything and you're commenting on her stuff.
feel that she wasn't being left alone despite moving on. On March 22nd, Belle and King would have a civil call on Discord where the two would agree to
Crap, these freaking screenshots are blurry as heck.
avoid each
It's
other
like looking at a freaking security camera in the freaking at stores sometimes.
and keep this whole situation private, with King periodically reaching out to Belle for the sake of keeping peace. After some time, on April 12th, Star and Belle seemingly chose to officially part ways and move on peacefully, which seemed to be a successful maneuver on both sides. However, on April 22nd, Star would notice that Belle was still attempting to copy aspects of Star's content, more specifically the SEO optimization aspects of it, by copying hashtags, titles, and posting times, even going so far as to shift her content towards Bible readings after allegedly seeing Star's positive metrics on her own Bible readings. The final portions of the document focus on the events that occurred.
This is a Christian versus Christian VTuber. I've never seen any Christian VTubers in my life. This is the first.
On June 8th that led to the
There probably are Christian VTubers, but I meant like as their like, how do I say this? As their persona, like as their thing, as their like, as their what's the word? Oh, I just noticed I didn't change my stupid thing. Up here on freaking Fast Penguin. Let me do that now. I'll make sure I'm streaming on both right now. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're good. I'm like, why is it on Fast Penguin? No one's showing up.
communities being essentially pitted against one another, focusing on how a staff member, Denon, played double agent for Belle by informing her about jokes from Star's staff regarding a lewd video from Belle. This would lead to Belle going public about the situation with another vague post, and criticizing Star and her staff and Belle's server, which would lead to the beginning of community harassment. After Denon's departure from Star's server, two other moderators followed with them discussing this
Holy bro. Why does it turn into Endgame all of a sudden?
situation in Belle's server, resulting in an increase of community harassment. King, Belle, and Denon would attempt to reconcile in DMs about the whole situation, though to no real avail. On July 3rd, Star found out that the ex-mods of Star were actively funneling her community to Belle's server as a way to cause more damage to Star, even having a separate Discord server made with the intent to gossip and defame Star and her community, which would be the final nail on the
This friggin' VTuber Christian endgame. What the
coffin for
world?
Star to publish this document. To wrap up the document, Star would address Belle by stating that she wasn't trying to cause any hate or harassment towards her by publishing this document, but hopes that personal growth happens after this situation. The responses. Given this whole controversy has been more or less contained in the Christian sphere of the VTubing community, there hasn't been any
I never knew this freaking Christian sphere. I've never heard of that before. This is something new.
Major influxes of support and or criticism towards the parties involved. Though, with what's been given, initial responses have been generally positive, with people supporting her and hoping that things will get better. On July 8th, Belle would make a response post, essentially stating that she did own up to her mistakes of copying content, but countered Star by claiming that she never directed nor encouraged any forms of harassment towards Star. Rather than a response with a Google Docie, Belle opted to share a Google Drive folder that contains screenshots and videos of DMs and conversations. While most of the provided content would end up serving as a way to line up with Star's document, the most notable screenshots provided were screenshots of the previously mentioned jokes from Star's staff, making fun of Belle's lewd style content, which the contents in question were things that weren't included in Star's document. The aftermath. To be quite honest, there really isn't any major aftermath to this situation as of recording.
I need to know the aftermath because I want to know if they freaking they probably freaking like. I think certain things should be left in DMs, but obviously knowing that DMs are not even sacred anymore because we leaking everything.
As no significant events were publicly shared or mentioned from any of the parties involved. Ultimately, both parties would receive similar amounts of support and criticism from the Christian VTubing community, and neither party has really seen any major increase or decrease in their metrics as of recording this video. As with all my videos, do not harass anyone in or outside of this video.
Oh my gosh, bro, that's so funny, bro. That's honestly freaking funny. I've never heard of Christian VTubers in my life. Freaking big old gazongas on my screen. This one I'm not gonna bother because. Oh wait, did I? What is this? What is this? Let's see. Also, let me check something before I do anything. I'm gonna check something real quick. Discord. Oh, never mind. Let's check something real quick. Let's see. All right, just checking.
The context. Luminara Legacy, or just Luminara, was a Western-style VTubing agency that began its
Oh my god, how many freaking agencies does these VTubers have, bro? There's Niji Sanji, Hololive, freaking how many freaking like V Sojo before they freaking screwed themselves with the whole freaking charity thing, which could have been totally avoidable. Gosh, bro, it's like what is it like the music industry?
Operations back on June 13th, 2025, and was most notable for its promotion of taking zero cut from its talents. While there was a slow build-up to the main controversy, the controversy would blow up on May 26, 2026, when a large influx of Luminara talents announced their departure from the agency, along with its CEO.
I don't honestly, when people like, oh, I'm not taking any money from the talent, I'm like, you definitely are taking money from the talent. Come on now. Like allegedly, in my opinion, don't go after me. Allegedly, I feel like they're like, oh, I'll never take money from, like they want to be favorable with the you know, how do I say this, the audiences of these VTubers they manage. Like, oh, I'm not taking a cut of your thing. They probably do take a cut of their stuff. I don't understand like the whole idea of like not taking any money. Like, how do you grow without that?
Kamana, announcing the transfer of ownership, which would raise a lot of eyebrows from the community. Shortly after, a huge flood of information and allegations came out from a substantial number of individuals regarding claims of varying degrees of misconduct. The accusations. To try and organize the allegations against Kamana, we'll divide them into two overarching categories that the information falls into. Kamana abused their status to make bad and shady business practices, and Kamana abused their power to take advantage of people. Starting with the
I don't understand why these VTubers literally are by companies. Bro, the biggest VTubers are not even in a company. Why do you think you need a company for that? It's so crazy to me.
former theme, a number of varying individuals came out and expressed their displeasure of working with Kamana. Between them, a common theme was shared regarding Kamana's behavior. Kamana would, for the sake of trying to glow Luminara, lie about the extent of his connections to others to appear more reputable. Some instances of this would include SVA talent Zentrea, whose name was used by Kamana to promote his quote-unquote channel building skills, SVA CEO Flork, whose name was used to incentivize others to work with him in Luminara, and indie VTuber Miss Lala, whose name was used to legitimize the company by telling investors and others that she was Luminara talent. Others would face issues of false business hopes and promises from Kamana, with the most extreme allegation coming from VTuber Sololeving, who alleged that Kamana heavily influenced Sunny, the CEO of VForge, enough to where VForge allegedly owes Fenley about $34,750 for unpaid labor. While I won't fully dive into this document and Sunny's response document, which alleged that Fenley's claims of exploitation and extortion were misleading and possibly malicious, they will be included in the description. As for the latter theme,
I get why I understand why VTubers go, because you're like, oh, you don't have to do all the work, you have people behind you. Honestly, I would rather do everything. Maybe I have a few editors, but I would rather do everything by myself. Like, honestly, like, is it a pain in the butt to do it sometimes? Yes. Is it tiring? Yes. But I feel like doing it yourself, honestly, is way better. Honestly.
the allegations get much more intense in nature, with callouts against Kamana dating back as early as 2023, alleging inappropriate conduct with non-adults, with a document being posted back on September 26, 2023, alleging that Kamana was manipulating and gaslighting these non-adults for the sake of inappropriate relationships during his involvement in the Brawlhalla community, which would also include a self-testimony from Kamana regarding a relationship between him and his ex-partner that started when she was 15 and he was 21, where he would
Yo, why these like alleged freaking relationships always gotta be underage, bro? Why is all these gotta be underage? Why?
express remorse and admit to his wrongdoings.
Life right now is something else. I wish you could hear me out, and now wasn't the time. I wish this would have happened. Kaylee responded, well, let's see the facts. I was 15, you were 21. I was going through puberty, still finding myself as an individual, and you were a fully grown man.
Looking at the new allegations, several people would speak out against Kamana based on their romantic experiences with him, with two individuals, Charlotte and Kazu, going into extensive detail about the red flags they encountered. Common themes between the two included love bombing, habitual lying, and general mistreatment towards them, with Charlotte alleging Kamana's pushiness for intercourse and intense public displays of affection, though she would state that, while she did feel uncomfortable, it was consensual. Outside of relationship claims, allegations of Kamana being arrogant, talking shit about talents to others, throwing people under the bus, and general
Yo, I swear these companies legit just shoot themselves in the foot every single, especially these VTuber. Hololive and Niji Sanji are like, I think probably the only like companies that freaking realistically have just stayed up afloat. I don't know if there's any I don't see anything about Hololive. Niji Sanji is a whole other freaking can of worms that I don't even want to touch. But it's crazy how these people realistically just, these VTubers companies just shoot themselves in the foot every single time. You would think after what's his name? What is it called? V Sojo, they would not do these. Like, what?
abuse of his status to make connections were surfacing from a variety of people in the community, with newstuber Alara sharing information that alleged that Kamana was banned from MomoCon due to, quote, past misconduct, and chose to go anyways. The aftermath. As of writing the script, both the Luminara and Kamana Twitter accounts have been deleted, though the website does remain up. As of the video's publication, have been deleted, though the As of writing the script, both the Luminara and Kamana Twitter accounts have been deleted, though the website does remain up. As of the video's publication, this is still an ongoing situation, with more information and allegations coming out against Kamana. No responses have been made from Kamana.
Jeez, man. I mean, do they still have do they still have a company at this point? Like, didn't half the people in their thing leave? Like, honestly. See this one.
Mori Calliope's protest. Mori Calliope is a VTuber who debuted as part of Hololive EN's first generation, known as Myth, back on September 12th, 2020, and was the third
Bro, she was all over the place in 2020. Sheesh.
ever VTuber to reach 2 million subscribers on YouTube back in 2022. The issue started back on May 1st, 2026, when she suddenly announced that she was going on an indefinite hiatus, choosing to remain silent as to the reason behind it. Shortly after, Mori would post a members-only announcement that provided more details regarding her hiatus.
Yo, man, imagine say hi deadbeats.
Stating that, while she personally enjoyed streaming for her fans, she took issues with things quote-unquote behind the scenes, implying her agency, emphasizing her feelings of being undervalued and disrespected. 2 weeks later, on May 15th, Mori would return from her hiatus, where she would state that the reason behind her sudden hiatus was to get the attention of her agency due to her very negative sentiment towards them. She would claim that her agency has an unfavorable bias towards Hololive EN due to issues revolving around profit splits, concert operations for the most recent concert, and a general sense of poor management.
Oh, you mean like kind of like what artists do? Like they will like realistically like refuse to release music. Well, I don't know how like how like artists do to get out of their contract or something like that.
Along with her facing the issue of burnout from long unenjoyable streams to keep up with the "Mori is the face of Hololive EN" pressure. She would wrap this up by stating that, despite her loving Hololive and insistence in staying with the agency, she has no issue with repeating this hiatus scare again if things don't improve for her and Hololive EN, which drew solid support from the community. Though some would point out how
That's funny how this is probably the only time I hear Hololive actually get like pushback.
other branches, such as
Feeling let's see, feeling is under. What about the Hololive IDs or stars? ID still gets content fans and sponsorship. ID male and the male feature are banded. I agree with him. Feeling the if she thinks the branch is undervalued, what happened to the ID branch? It's worse than one concert 6 years of IT.
Hololive Indonesia and Holostars in general face similar, if not worse, bias from the agency. It's unclear whether the agency will move to make changes soon or not, but the threat of Mori going on a potentially longer hiatus is a considerable one, especially given that she has made over $2 million in super chats alone. Shy Lily's design drama. Shy Lily is a large indie VTuber who had her 2D re-debut back in January 1st, 2022, after her initial 3D debut back in 2020. The drama started around May 10th, 2026, when a user by the name of Sumi called out Shy Lily for blocking her on Twitter, alleging that she was blocked due to stylistic similarities in their VTuber designs. Based on the telling of
oh my gosh, I love Twitter. I did it too, don't get me wrong. I was on Twitter, I definitely posted a bunch of like, oh, you're blocked type beat.
events, Shy Lily would reach out to Sumi in private to provide clarifications, stating that she likely blocked Sumi due to previous involvements in drama, which, given that Sumi allegedly underwent over 17 rebrands due to past dramas, would be considered by most to be a
my girl, you've had over 17 user chains. If you watch my content, you know that anyone with that many rebrands is a walking red flag. Oh my
valid reason to block her.
Bro, why do they change it? Like, what do they do?
However, Shy Lily would choose to unblock Sumi, perhaps as a way to give her the benefit of the doubt, though would shortly post a tweet soon after, clarifying the situation by denying the "you look the same as me, so I must block you" allegations, while affirming that she can choose to block whoever she wants for whatever reason.
But here's the thing, right? If you're a big content creator, if you block someone, there people will be like, "Oh, you blocked me, so I'm gonna post this," and then people are gonna be like, "Why you block them?"
And blocked Sumi.
Also, I feel like VTuber designs are so like iffy now, because realistically, there's like a bunch of freaking other whales, fishes, all this other stuff. Like, honestly, I don't have like these like persona like identities. Like, I'm just a VTuber who's like who's dressed as an anime character, like realistically.
Again, to which Sumi would not be too pleased about and made another call-out tweet afterwards. Generally speaking, a large majority of the community, even those who weren't the biggest fans of Shy Lily, saw this as an attempt to drama bait for attention, similar to a certain somebody in the past, and dismissed Sumi's allegations as such.
Wait, what?
Attention. Similar to a certain somebody in the past, and dismissed Sumi's allegations as such. The Offkai sponsored drama. Offkai Expo, or just Offkai, is a VTuber focused convention hosted in San Jose, California, with this year's upcoming event occurring on July 24th through July 26th. The drama started around May 16th, 2026, when Offkai announced that Fansly, a direct competitor of OnlyFans, would join the convention as a sponsor.
Direct? It was like, what the heck? I'm so confused. Fansly is
and would be physically present at the convention's exhibitor hall to allow people to meet some of their talent. This would lead to a very mixed reaction from the community, with the majority of the initial reactions questioning the presence of an adult platform in a convention where unaccompanied minors are allowed to attend.
Okay, this is an interesting one. Honestly, this is such a hard thing because realistically, yeah, I understand like children are gonna be there, but it's also the parents' job to freaking make sure your kid doesn't go in there.
Now, in my opinion, while Offkai does have an 18+ only area of the exhibitor hall, which is where fans will likely be stationed at, it probably would have been better if Offkai explicitly stated that in the announcement rather than implying that it's open access to everybody there.
Oh yeah, definitely. They should have said it's only 18+. We freaking like, yeah, I think it's just, if they have a section for that, it's the parents' fault if the kid goes into there. The kid should be monitored. That's it.
But I digress. The discourse would shift towards both general resentment towards so-called lewd tubers and specific adult deviancies that have occurred at Offkai, one of which being group orgies at the hotels at last year.
What? Group orgy? Fun fact, one of the two orgies was a fanboy VTuber. I hate to break it to everyone, but VTuber orgies have been going on many. What? Okay.
Here's event.
Why is it called VTuber orgies? Like, are we just gonna, like, can't we just call them orgies?
Hence why some of the community made references to them when posting their opinions about the situation. As for the former take on lewd tubers, a growing discourse revolving around the adultification of VTubing had divided the community into two major camps. Either it's valid for 18+ content to be its own growing sub-niche in the VTubing sphere, or it isn't and is generally causing a bad reputation for the VTubing sphere.
It's like Ichi and like normal it's like oh, we don't want fan service in anime. The people who don't like fan service, and there's people out there who like, honestly, I think they should both be grown apart, because honestly, realistically, not everything's for children though. Like, honestly, it's like, why can't we just separate the 18+? If you go to the people who don't, or like don't go to the VTubers that do 18+ type content, and go to if you don't like the people who do 18+ content, don't interact with that kind of content. If you don't like it, if you like 18+ content, interact with it. If you don't like it, don't interact with it. It's that easy. I don't understand these people, like, there's so many easy like fixes to these things, but people don't care.
Regardless of opinion, it doesn't appear that Fansly will be pulling out of Offkai, as they remain on the sponsor page without any further details from either party. As of this video, the exhibitor hall map hasn't been released yet, but I would bet $100 that Fansly, along with the other 18+ sponsors, will be appropriately sectioned to the adult area.
Yeah,
hopefully this doesn't come to bite me in the ass. As with all my—
which it should be part of the 18+ thing. Like, it's I swear Twitter is like the biggest like wet floor sign ever. It's crazy. What else? We could V2. Let's see. All I want more. Hurry up.
When it comes to content creation and creator growth in general, there are a fair amount of pathways a creator can take depending on what platforms they prioritize and the style of content that they create, which causes a form of debate to occur between members of the VTubing community as to which platforms and/or styles are the most optimal for newer growing VTubers. Recently, this debate sparked again on April 27th, 2026, when community member VTuber Consulting posted a sort of PSA tweet regarding the effect.
Let's see, YouTube short build normies.
Effectiveness of YouTube Shorts, arguing
numbers are going down. Does this mean you shouldn't make? Absolutely not. It can still be good uses. Visual. For me, with YouTube Shorts, I hate making them, but you have to make them.
That short form content in general isn't necessarily ideal for smaller creator growth due to poor short to sub conversion rates in a normie centralized algorithm. Also choosing to cite the significantly lower RPM that comes from shorts versus long form content. Now, I've talked with a few YouTuber friends and other people about this take, and the general consensus that came out of it was that, at least for them, the primary goal of short form content is for general exposure across platforms rather than the
I don't make YouTube Shorts for like, oh, I want to get up my YouTube Shorts where I can make money off YouTube Shorts. No, I like doing long form content. I am lazy when it comes to that. YouTube Shorts is just something I do to mend the freaking the time between videos.
Money, as yes, YouTube Shorts pays a very dookie RPM compared to long form content, along with arguing that while conversion rates might not be the greatest depending on the niche, they have gotten better over time, but it shouldn't be something that's 100% relied on for creator growth. In terms of community response, many found VTuber Consulting's take to be inaccurate and possibly misleading, with them finding that short form content has helped with creator growth, while also questioning VTuber Consulting's conclusion due to a lack of sources. The account would make a follow-up post on April 30th, clarifying that shorts aren't a waste of time or effort.
Shorts realistically helps you grow, but it doesn't help you gain a decent audience. It's just the truth. Like I don't like doing shorts. I like doing long form content, but you kind of have to do it because you don't know if the long form content you're doing is gonna freaking pop out.
But they do require more planning and better execution compared to last year, emphasizing the need for higher quality content that's tailored in a way that would increase short to sub conversions. In the VTubing community, the concept of one VTuber
this freaking dude
plagiarizing another's model design has been at the core of several instances of VTuber drama, though it is often stuck in a gray area due to the varying quote-unquote levels of plagiarism in general. Indie VTuber The Faithful Sheriff would be
Dude, we're considering this dude a freaking VTuber. Oh gosh. This dude is legit just copying somebody.
Under a lot of scrutiny over the past week or so for two primary reasons. Allegedly copying the Burt Peanuts design and persona, and his usage of the N-word. While the plagiarism criticisms have started some time ago, picking up again on April 20th.
I don't get it. Like, from the last video, there's a Christian, site. What the... No one is saying LeBron James copying Michael Jordan. That's a false equivalency. I don't even watch basketball. For freaking, that's a false equivalency. They are both what? It's just so stupid. No one saying LeBron James is copying Michael Jordan. They are both black. They are basketball players. What is that a correlation, bro? You are literally copying the burnt peanut because you saw the opportunity of it. Why are there no different? This okay in the VTuber sphere. There's definitely a bunch of the same things out there, but you're doing it because you know for a fact you can rage bait people into liking your content. It's just how it is, bro.
4th, the N-word controversy picked up on April 25th, when a clip from indie VTuber Demi went viral regarding Sheriff's usage of the N-word on Instagram, leading to him getting banned from Demi's stream after downplaying the word's usage. Shortly after, Sheriff would end up subtweeting Demi for banning him.
Wait, what does it say?
His usage. Shortly after, Sheriff would end up subtweeting Demi.
Turning off a feature that lets you block banned words from watching your stream is honestly one of the dumbest streamer could do.
For banning him. This whole thing would lead to an influx of critics towards Sheriff and some elaborate troll accounts, the most notable being the Faithful Emmy, as a way to poke at Sheriff's plagiarism defenses. which would eventually lead to Sheriff announcing that he commissioned a new model in response to the copying allegations.
How much money this dude had? This dude went from a peanut.
Though he does still face some trolls to this day. As the internet continues to evolve or devolve in some way.
Whoa, VTuber got arrested?
Digital censorship and surveillance is becoming more and more legally prevalent, with platforms and even governments utilizing these strategies in an attempt to combat various forms of cybercrime at the cost of digital anonymity and safety. On April 30th, indie VTuber Mimi Yanagi would make a post on Twitter announcing that she was arrested by UK police for allegedly possessing suggestive and NSFW artwork of her model, and was released on bail, though had to migrate to a new account and be fully safe for work and transparent as part of bond conditions. While not explicitly mentioned, UK police likely found Mimi's art to be a violation of Section 62 of the Coroners and Justice Act of 2009, where images, not photographs,
crazy. So you can literally get arrested. It's her model, I guess, you know?
which are covered under a different order, of people depicted under 18, real or fake, cannot be NSFW. Keep in mind, I'm not a legal expert or anything like that, so do take it with a grain of salt. This would end up causing a lot of backlash from the community against the UK government, with many voicing their concerns and frustrations towards the government's priorities. Ultimately, while I won't be identifying Mimi's secondary account, she would end up privating both accounts for the time being. As with all my videos, do not harass—
Oh my god. Wait, why was she arrested in the first place? Let me get my phone real quick. Crazy. Why was she arrested in the first place? Arrested for like— was she arrested for like— that's crazy. Hey, she got arrested for her own model, bro. So you can't have no models on her phone. Her own models cannot be on her phone. That's crazy. Honestly, that's crazy. Ugh, never heard of that in my life. Oh, Sakuno. Oh, that's his name, Sakuno. I think. I thought that was a freaking thinking of Wiggity. Let me check something before I do anything, cause I'm gonna freaking get a message soon. I need to make a be right back screen. That's what I need to make. I need to make a be right back screen. I just play Hollow. Should I play what's it called? Freaking leaky stuff now. But that was on my screen. I'll just get rid of that. Sucks to have to freaking play on. Oh, I'd put my thing in here. Couple hours. Take a shower. Yeah, don't worry. Okay, there we go. I was about to say, where's Sketching Pack at? I don't know why this thing's not coming or not playing sound. I can move this thing once, so like, yeah, boop. There we go. time is it? It's like should be 9 o'clock right now. Might have to cut the stream short. Probably get off at 10. I do the freaking unless they did it already. Let me see. Why is your death singing in my ear? They didn't do it. Alright. Cut my stream short soon. Dang, I forgot I was getting my butt beat. Man, all my characters are freaking buns. Get to upgrade them. Bun cake. Are you sleeping? Huh? Are you sleeping? Huh? Are you sleeping, huh? Are you sleeping, huh? Are you sleeping, huh? Are you sleeping, huh? That's how you go to sleep, huh? That's how you go to sleep. Alright, put that sword thing down. You don't do any power. I'll keep freaking forgetting which one it is. There it is. Alright, we got a book. Alright, there we go. Go, baby. Yeah. Oh gosh, stupid fire.
Disappear!
There we go. Stupid fire, bro. Anything over here did I forget? Very. Be able to get him. Get your ass beat. Wait my ass. I don't remember what I got when I reached from here. Oh, I can cook. Oh, I can't cook anything. Cooking. Oh, there's one up there. Wow, what the heck can do with Kumbaya over there? Hey, hit that. Hey, hey. Oh, wow, I missed that. I want to throw a rock at me. Dang, it's freaking. I should have gone with the other person. Big old sword. There we go. Hey. There we go. No more of these. I should never pick that freaking big old sword. Freaking. Yeah. Wait. Hey, before you shoot, don't you shoot me.
Wind blade.
Hey, that's fall damage. How you not die? Oh crap. That's what we need. Did I get anything good to level up my character? Because holy crap, I need to be leveled up a little bit because I can't face that dude all by myself. Damn, nothing. Freaking swords are level 18 though. I get more of these. Any more? Nope. Oh, my thing is I hate when that happens because I just moved a little bit. There we go. Waiting, huh? I'll see if I can go to the other dude. He's just sitting here. The fudge? Oh. What's that? Who the heck? You wanna die more? Where'd he go? Oh. Put that thing down. What do you think you're doing, huh? What do you think you're doing, huh? Give me all that XP. They just be waiting here, huh? world.
Windblade.
Windblade. You think that shit is gonna stop me? Oh, your buddies want to come out and play, huh? Oh, he's trying to gang up. He's trying to gang up. You know what? I don't know. Maybe let them. Ow. Hey, level 14. I just wanted my big bro to handle it real quick. Oh, I didn't even notice it was right there, to be honest. Oh, you gave me fire ability.
With the wind.
You're still alive?
Windblade.
Ow.
Yeah.
He's honestly probably the better.
Let's spark things up a little.
She had way more power. It was definitely more. If you have any power. Ow! Oh my gosh, freaking okay. Is he trying to throw something at me? They cook
This.
Honestly, let's see if I can do this. Oh, froze. Oh, the freezing me. Holy crap. Alright. She has no abilities at all.
Go, go, Barret Bunny!
Like, ah!
No
I'm stuck. Gosh, such a bad. God damn it. It's freaking freezing, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. God damn it. It should at least give me back my health. Alright, I know who I need to trade. That's what I need. I know who I need to trade. Party system. Remember? He's level 4 though. Yeah, you can switch with him.
Ready when you are.
I have no abilities. Oh crap. It keeps happening every time I freaking... You're definitely freaking common freaking chest. Give me a minute. Ow, get this at me. Oh, come on. Get ass right now.
Disappear.
No, he's the only last person I have to beat.
Yeah.
I definitely need to use what's his name? I know what to use now. I know what to use. Oh, damn, I only have 2 of these. Ow. God damn it. Ow. 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 dudes. The other dudes are freaking. Yeah, I might get off from here. Ending stream.